The first actual Manchester Buddhist Centre was 1980, and I think that was in Levenshulme or Longside. They moved to a bigger premises a couple of years after that, and then to an even bigger premises, which was it was an Edwardian semi-detached house in Chorlton, South Manchester. Then round about the mid-90s, Moksha Priya instigated the creation of a Buddhist centre, or moving the Buddhist centre to the centre of the city. So that was a massive project. He found this warehouse in a part of the city known as, well, it wasn't then known as the Northern Quarter. It was a fairly derelict area of Manchester, lots of old cotton warehouses. And he began the project for buying this building and redesigning it, redeveloping it, making it into the beautiful Buddhist centre that it is today. The Sangha at the time made a wonderful job of creating a aesthetically beautiful centre. But nothing's happened here in terms of aesthetics for over 20 years. And we felt that it was time to make some changes, so it seemed like an opportune moment, 20 years on, to do that. So we've instigated a ground floor project, a refurbishment project for our ground floor. We've been fundraising for the project. We've aimed to raise £110,000, and we're doing really well with that. So we're going to install lift access, disabled lift access into the front of the building. We're creating more intimate spaces. We're doing some soundproofing, which is really essential in this building, being in the city centre, and that we've got very creaky floorboards. We're refurbishing our shop, shifting the emphasis, so it's increasingly becoming an ethical, fair trade, vegan shop, one that serves not just the centre in terms of books and Buddhist paraphernalia, but also items which are connected to ethical living. We celebrated the 20 years of the centre being here on Turner Street with a two-day festival, roughly 20 years to the date from when Sangharakshita opened the centre in 1996.
Just as I walked up here a few minutes ago, I remembered being here when Bante came to open it, and I'd never met him before, never seen him closely, so I was totally surprised to suddenly see him appear just around the corner and amble up the steps and say a few words, and then he pulled the little sash on the stone behind. It was a fun day. It's good. It's the beginning of something very exciting.
We ran a competition earlier in the year for the creation of a banner, a bit like a trade union banner, because Manchester, as you're probably aware, has a very strong industrial and trade union history. The cooperative movement started not far from here. So we wanted something that would sort of represent both the centre, but very much about the centre being in Manchester, so having something of the spirit of Manchester. Janet Hill created this wonderful banner. She won the competition and put it together with a few other people. And we used that banner to process around the Northern Quarter, blessing. We did a sort of sand mandala blessing around the Northern Quarter with the Manchester Buddhist Centre at the heart.
My tree, Swaha. Om my tree, Maha, my tree, Swaha.
Whatever beings are assembled here,
whatever beings are assembled here,
whether terrestrial or celestial, let us salute the Buddha.
Let us salute the Buddha.
The Tathagata is honoured by gods and men.
The Tathagata is honoured by gods and men.
May there be.
We also thanked people from the past who were involved in the creation of this place. We wouldn't be here without them.
What I'd like to do is invite Suvajra, who was one of the founders of the Manchester Buddhist Centre in 1977, to blow out the candles.
Vandana Jyoti, I think from London, had written a very beautiful song for us. We asked her if she'd write a song of gratitude, and Diane Andy, Alokasanya and Kate Clark, a mitra here, sang that to everyone who's ever been involved in creating, maintaining and sustaining this centre. The Manchester Buddhist Centre is definitely an urban Buddhist centre, and the reason we're in the city centre is to be in connection with the city, what goes on in the city, the culture, the business the people that are milling around, and increasingly the people that are living in the city. There's so much happening in Manchester. It's sort of it's a very vibrant, energetic, busy, exciting, creative city. But it's also quite a hard city. It's quite a gritty northern city. And I think we have an opportunity, being here right at the heart of it, to reach out into all of that and to make something of it. This place will always be a project. It will never be finished. And I think in some ways that's fantastic, because people need to have somewhere to put their energy creatively. And I think this is a place where we can do that for ourselves and for each other, building something which is just better, gets better and better and better.